In this video we're going to take another look at the race editor and see what we can do with races that we've already created. In this case I've loaded up the sample race 1 that we created in the Create Races video. If I bring up the race editor, we can see that we have 4 tabs: Start Time, Course and Marks, Tracks and Options. Let's look at the Start Time tab. We see here an interactive timeline quite similar to the one that we saw in the New Races dialog. The difference is that the start time is not draggable. That's really set that way as to prevent accidental changes to the start time. But we can update the start time here if we need to fine-tune it by typing into this box. Or we can also fine-tune the start time by dragging the boats to where we believe they're lined up, racked up for the start, if we don't know the exact time, of course. We're starting about there, and we can set that time like that. There is a provision here for multiple starts for the race. This might happen if you've got several classes all sailing the same course in a club race, and you want to include all those classes in the same race in TackTracker. You can use this, and then you can have multiple starts. But in this case that's not what we're doing, so we'll go to the Course and Marks tab. Now the next thing we'll notice is the start line is not really well set. The boats are starting here, but the start line doesn't really look correct, so let's just make some adjustments. So just as we did when we were creating the race, we can easily make any adjustments we need to make to the marks and save that away. Moving to the Tracks tab, here we see the details for each track. So you can see the track colour. If we don't like a particular colour, we can use this drop-down dialog to choose a different colour for that particular tracker. Similarly, we can choose the type of craft. Just cycle through the options. That one. We can specify a length. The reason we may want to specify a length is when we are looking at mark roundings and we zoom in, the boats will take on the actual to-scale length at a certain point. And then it's interesting to see that when we're looking here at the, I'll just select a different saber, Alistair, we can see here this is the 3 boat length circle, and so these boats are actually done to scale. And there's also a set of track tools here, which are hidden by default because they're more advanced tools. We have a thin track button which we can use to thin down a track, in other words remove track points. And why would we want to do that? If we had a very long race, we might find that our race file gets very large and maybe too large to publish to the internet. So we can thin the track to remove unnecessary data. The smooth track button we use to improve the track for typically when you have a poor quality GPS. We have some examples of tracks that tend to vibrate from side to side. Using the smooth track button you can remove that effect and get a better quality track. And the final thing you can do is you can copy the track, or in fact you can copy all the tracks in the race back into the track loader. One reason you might want to do this is if you had recorded a live race session for an afternoon and then you wish to create several races from that race session afterwards, and if we put the tracks back in the track loader, we're then free to create new races from those tracks. Finally, the Options tab. There's just one option at the moment, which is telling us that we wish to rotate the course when we're doing auto replay. Just to show you what that means, if we bring the track back to the start and we click auto and we start playing, TackTracker rotates the course round so that the boat starts sailing up the screen after the start.